Happy Monday. Welcome to today's live. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. I hope you're all doing well the start of this week. Quick reminder for anyone new here, if you would like a free reading, just click the link in the pinned comment. You'll be added to a queue. Just wait for your name to be called and you'll receive your free reading. Quick reminder as well of how I read. So I'm an energy reader, tuning into your energy, anyone in your situation or your circumstance. So please do provide as much context and detail as you feel comfortable with. I don't read on general readings, timelines and yes no questions, so please do avoid that. But for all the guidelines, just check out the chat, the Nightbot messages. That's where you'll find information. But let's take a breath, center ourselves and be open to the messages that Spirit wants to bring through today. I'm using the Muse Tarot deck and I'm going to head over and just grab the list. But hey to everyone in the chat. Hey Sarah, I hope that explained on how I read. Hey Ascending Butterfly, Tia Bia, Sruthi, Alvin. I'm just going to grab the list, which I'll have to close soon, so I'll leave it open for a couple of minutes, but it's, as always at the moment, which is great, it fills up quick, so I just have to cut it off at capacity. Oh, I'd like to hear that, Samreen. It's one of my favourites as well. Probably the one that I use the most. Hey, country. Nice to see you here. Yes, we're in November. I had to leave my pumpkins out. So I feel like we're still in autumn. So this setup is still okay, still stands. And I'll switch it up to Christmas, winter soon. So first on the list we have Sruthi, my love. If you want to go ahead and post. That's the first half of the list. Hey Anne. I'll close the list after Sruthi's reading. You've still got your pumpkins too, Tia. Cool. When is it the 23rd of November, I think? Is that winter? Let me check. Ah, so winter in the UK is... When is it telling me? I'm getting mixed. December 1st. And then something else says 21st of December. Anyway, let's get into it. So Sruthi asks, what message do the cards have about my future popularity or reception of my Wattpad novel? Awesome. Like Samreen says, you've taken that first step. It's a romance novel. The theme is very common on Wattpad, but I'm only getting really low views. Well, early days, Samreen. But let's have a look at the energy surrounding this, okay? Any guidance, any advice, but also what's the likely future prospects of this? Spirit, please bring a message through for Sruthi's Wattpad novel. What do we get? What do we get? I'm intrigued. Ooh, Knight of Emotions. Progression, Knight of Emotions is forward momentum. And what I think is important here is we need to lead Samreen with keep tapping into your emotions and what you're sharing. So, is the novel, it's complete? It's just remind me how this works. It's connected to a Knight of Emotions is we need to trust our intuition on this process. We need to lead with our heart on this one because it's a creative venture, because it's a creative project. It's okay to kind of go all on vibes, all on intuition at this point. We kind of need to almost turn away from the numbers, turn away from the strategy aspect. And at this point, it's all about nurturing this project. If you want to start working on your next one, for example, you may already be, just keep on moving through this progress and whatever you inspired to do in the next step, with this, or you might feel inspired to share it on other platforms as well, if that's what you feel drawn to do. What is your heart telling you? What is your feelings telling you to do to take the next steps? Because the Knight to me feels like it's telling you to keep pushing on with this, to keep moving through this, and don't stop. Don't let this kind of momentum end. This is for you, Sruthi, so hopefully that makes sense. One more, please, Spirit. Any more guidance? Any more advice? More on about how it will be received. So again, 5 of materials, don't let these initial, say, low views, or you might be feeling disappointed about how it's being received, but don't let this put you off, because look, if we can resist these kind of low emotions and disappointments, it's understandable, but almost don't give them too much credit at this point. If you think of all the writers who went to publishers and had their novel, say, rejected and turned down, and then they were eventually, they found the right one, and that was given, and they had huge success off the back of that. Almost every author, that with their first novel has probably experienced that, and only few, the minority, would be taken up immediately and given a contract. So don't give too much credence, don't give too much credit to this maybe initial disappointment reviews, because we have this gateway which is leading you to where you need to go. Like you say, you feel this is what you're meant to be doing. So follow that feeling, follow that where you're being pulled, and doors will open for you. See this golden doorway that is open. And we have to be quite thick-skinned with these projects, even though it's a creative project and we're really putting ourselves on the line. Don't take initial rejection as it's not really a reflection on your work. It's more about just finding the right audience. That's a great way to think about it. So it's not that it's about, and that can take time to find your audience, Ruthie. That's all that you need to do with your work. So yeah, pitch it to as many people as you can, put it on as many platforms as you can, self-publish if you want to. Do what you feel drawn to on that front. I stopped writing after many rejections. Yeah, it can be very obviously upsetting and stifling in the receiving a lot of rejections to your creative projects, but really it's about developing a thick skin, I believe, on that, and not interpreting that as your work is bad, and it's just about we haven't found your audience yet. Okay, I'll leave it there and move on. Or actually, I'll close the list first. Takes time and patience, exactly. I always think of the person who invented the light bulb, and I think it took them hundreds and hundreds of failed attempts, and everyone told them that they were crazy and that they should give up. It was quoted that they successfully found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. Right, I'm just closing the list, guys. I will keep writing, and thank you for the reading. No problem, Sruthi. Do keep writing. If it's your calling, you can't stop. Okay, Tia B, my love, I see you have posted your question. Thank you. Just had to close the list, so thanks for your patience. Tia says, the Pisces finally reached out in the wee morning hours with a text saying that he's pulling back, sending me birthday wishes, etc. Oh dear. I sent him a text acknowledging hurt, thanked him for reaching out, requested to talk in person when the time is right. He hasn't replied yet, but he read it. Curious of his feelings, next actions. That's tough, Tia. How are you feeling about it? Are you just waiting to have that conversation, really, to know more? He didn't give you any other context, which is quite kind of rubbish, yeah? As to why he's pulling back, what's changed? Let's see what the cards say. Feelings, next actions. You're okay. Major Arcana. So I always see this, the Hierophant, that your presence still feels big and kind of in their life, in their thoughts, in their heart. And I'm always drawn to, in this deck, in this card, about how small they feel, like less than, or you know, those insecurities that we've seen with the Pisces, and they're still feeling that. It's interesting, I see them making their way back to you slowly still, though, because we've got these lanterns that light the way back to you, if you can see that clearly. There's still a strong pull here, a strong aura. The Hierophant can be quite slow moving because it's quite a cautious energy. It's all about kind of doing things by the book. It can be about it just has a very reserved energy to me, the Hierophant. So I would just say, all that you can do is stand strong and in your truth and wait. See what they come forward with. But if you see that there is a path that follows directly to you that they're on. So I'll say it how I see it, with that. They're obviously figuring something out and they're not really going about it in a great way. I feel like there's a lack of honesty and transparency here. Yeah, he sometimes says things, but his actions show more emotions. It's like he's fighting his emotions. Absolutely. And I think there's these feelings of like still persist, of feeling less than, of feeling insecure, and that's what this is all rooted in. But you can't really, you can only reassure someone so much. So maybe you already know this is like a knee-jerk reaction from them, or that they're still kind of holding out on this, but really their plans, they may not be being honest with themselves, but they will find their way back to you. It's up to you really to obviously from there about how open you are to receiving this, or at this point you might feel that they're wasting your time. Yeah, texting you at 3 a.m. So it's not over, yeah. You understand it's a kind of a game that's being played here. So I'll leave it there, Tia, but free will, I suppose, over to you about, they're on their way back to you in the end. How will you receive them? Are they wasting your time? Maybe you need to play this out. Okay, I'll move on. Eco 7, my love, you are next. Hey, Anshaman. Glad you could make it. Hi, Namira. Are you on the list, Namira? I don't think you are, my love. It's closed now. Yeah, many reservations, exactly. I bet you feel tired of this. It doesn't look like he's closing out for good, on his way back to you. But this may be the pattern that continues to you, because it feels like it's been going on for some time. It's disappointing. It's not able to progress unless they can move beyond these insecurities, I feel like, that they've got. Yeah. Okay, so Eco 7, oh, there you are, you've posted, thank you so much. Eco 7 asks, may I ask the guides what energy I'd be carrying next year in my work field? There's been a lot of ups and downs this year with my private matters as well, hoping to improve myself. Okay, so let's have a look next year, so 2026. Oh, look at that. The energy in surrounding your career, Eco 7. Oh, look at this. Just had the Hierophant. Often this comes through with, there are collective energies that surface when it's a group session like it is today. It's a major arcana, Eco 7, so it would suggest big shifts. And I think what comes through, so the word that I'm channeling is more stability. Like I said, the Hierophant is a card of, it's quite a reserved energy, but it's a reliable energy. It's a steady energy. And it's about following the rules. So in a way, just putting in the commitment, showing up each day, but seeing positive results from that. It can also be that you either meet a mentor or that you become a mentor. So you may be, I don't know what, I know that you're an artist, I believe, Eco 7, but so you could become someone who people look up to. Doesn't necessarily have to be in like a teaching role. It could just be that your following increases and that you become, can you see how what quite a big presence that you are? This is your energy and your strong aura in this. And all that you have to do really is follow this road. I feel like it will be laid out in front of you more simply, more clearly than maybe what it has done up to this point, where the lanterns will light the way. So it's like you've actually, maybe you feel like you've got more of a plan. And that plan actually goes to plan, you know, because often we can get set forward with an idea and it doesn't go how we expected it to. And we have to pivot and we have to switch things up and we fail forward. You know, we should never see things as experiments that we try that don't work as failures, but it's just experience. So we can go, okay, that gives me more information about what I shouldn't do, and then I can look to what I should, that directs me in where I should go. So yeah, the main sort of takeaways is major arcana, so it feels like big shifts and it feels like the path will become clearer and the whole kind of energy around your career will become more stable. And then that mentor thing as well, which the Hierophant is heavily sort of messaged to. Like I say, take what resonates with that if you may have a mentor. But I actually feel like I'm more inclined to say intuitively that you're actually going to be the mentor to a teacher, some people who people look up to. And that could be your followers, your people who follow your work. I'll hope that resonated, Eco 7. It feels good, it feels bigger, it feels better, and it feels like it will all make a bit more sense. Oh, you are on the mirror, sorry. I don't know why I couldn't see you there. I'm just going to update the list. Thanks, country, for helping out in the chat. I'm just updating the list now, guys, and then I'll do the next reading. Just bear with me. Thanks, Anshaman, for posting. I see you. So this is just the first half of the list, guys, because it won't let me post the whole thing. There we go. So Anshuman asks, would like a love reading. What do the cards have to say about love in my life? Currently single. What's coming next? For Anshuman in love, please, Spirit. Ooh. Muse of emotions. So we will be feeling some feelings for sure, because this is the King of Cups in the traditional deck. So this, I believe, is some kind of love connection that will come through for you in the near future, Anshuman. I'll ask one more to see if we can get an energy read on who this is in relation to, but I feel like this is what you're going to be feeling. Can you see how this, it's a woman here, but it doesn't matter about gender, you know, with these decks, with these cards. But they're taking a big sip from this cup, and this cup contains, you know, love, romance, you know, feelings. It's about, and look, it's kind of overflowing here. It's coming out of their heart space, this overflowing of big feelings of love. And the lesson with the King of Cups, or the Muse of Emotions here, is to not become too overwhelmed, to feel these feelings by all means, but also allow them to kind of go through us, to process these feelings as well. But some strong feelings for someone. Let's see who this is then. See if we can, if there's no one, is there no one on the horizon, Anshuman, that you already know about? So this can be someone completely new in your energy field. Let's have a look at Spirit. Can you tell me more about who this person is that we've been making Anshuman have all these wonderful emotions? Ooh, another major arcana. Crazy, crazy. So Temperance is a card of balance. I feel like this is still, even it's a come through as a major arcana, but I feel like this is still an energy read on the person who's going to be coming through. Temperance is someone who is, their energy signature is calm. This card is all about harmony. This is someone who may be quite introverted, sweet even by nature. Yeah, they have personal power and they have this innate strength, but their personality is calm. They may be a water sign. But Temperance is about patience, harmony, and restoring balance. And I feel like this will really capture you, and obviously maybe you will have some big feelings for this person and you'll be very drawn to them because of their calm nature. Maybe that's something that almost kind of surprises you, or that someone can be so calm, patient, easygoing, harmony, but also strong. This isn't like a weak character in any sense. It's like patience and calmness is a superpower, actually. So yeah, you may resonate with, you may recognize this person, or if you don't, then this means that it's someone new coming through to you, Anshuman. But very nice, both really nice cards there, so I hope that resonated. Okay, so next up we have My Style Motivation. If you want to go ahead and post your question. Hey, Saron, I hope you're well. So Sarah, if you just want to check the list, just wait for your name to be called. The list has been posted if you just scroll back a bit, and just wait for your name and then post your question. Thank you. So I'm not sure if, so my style motivation, I did see them earlier. If you want to post, and then Samreen, you're after my style. No problem, Sarah. Cool. Okay, so I'll read for my style and then Samreen, just to go in order. So my style motivation says, what does the universe want me to know about the kind of person I'm aligned to marry? I would like to know his qualities, like will he be kind, loving, supporting? So that's kind of two messages there. Let's see what the most important part of this is to pull out. Oh, so actually it's not. It's the two parts of the same question. Apologies. So the kind of person, let's see, almost what we did there for Anshaman, of who your person is. What kind of characteristics will they have? Spirit doesn't always come straight through with this. It will tell you what you need to know, but I will ask that question. Spirit, can you tell me about the person who, my style motivation, thanks Samreen, I've seen you, about my style motivation, who they align to? Their energy signature. Oof, oof, oof. So it doesn't matter again about gender. This is a queen. But the Queen of Voices is someone who, they're very committed to the truth. So this could be something that they even connected to their work in some ways, my style motivation, in that it's about integrity, it's about truth. It can often be someone who has like a cause, or they could be, say, a lawyer, for instance, someone who is connected to justice in some way, and that they're someone who is quite analytical, yeah, that in their, they are intelligent and are always thinking and great problem solvers. And they'll always be very direct in their communication as well, sometimes to a fault in that they can be very direct, but with this person that you'll always know where you stand, okay, and that you can always get an honest answer from them and the truth from them. Like if you want to know what's really happening or to get asked for some advice, you can go to this person, rely on them, trust them, and they will always tell you kind of exactly how it is and lay things out for you. So someone to kind of lean on, someone to trust, and this is qualities that you can look out for, my style, yeah. Someone who is direct in their communication and is honest, and I think you will admire this about them and be drawn to them about this. And also what's good about this is when you do cross paths with this person, that when they have inevitably have feelings for you, they'll also share this in an honest way and be direct, so that you'll always know where you stand with these people. And they're also very intelligent often. So this is potentially an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they may just have this prominent in their chart. Okay. Hey Samreen. Samreen asks, how does my boyfriend feel towards me? He is back from a long trip and is spending much of his time making sure we meet every day. Oh, that's lovely, Samreen. So this is the pilot, yeah? So have you become official now that we're boyfriend, girlfriend? Because I didn't know that update had happened, but it sounds like it has along the line, which is great. You're very welcome, my style motivation. Because I know we have had that kind of flip-flop energy of the Five of Wands which was going on, but it sounds like that has shifted and that they're very keen to spend time with you. Let's see how they are feeling towards you. Okay, Samreen. Ooh. So they are holding on tight to you, Samreen. Can you see how this, like I say, gender doesn't matter. So this is a woman here, but they are holding, this is your energy, I feel like, or you holding you close, tight. There's maybe some fear of losing you in some ways. The Four of Materials is, if we think of fours, it's like a stable energy. It's a certain level of security, which I think you have reached. Obviously, we're at a 4, and the kind of a 10 is where maybe we are aiming for. This is like long-term commitment, marriage, etc. But we're at a 4, which is like that we have become maybe more established, and that they feel that too. So maybe this is, there was that flip-flop energy that we had before, and then what's happened now is that they are feeling more committed to this, more fixed on this. Yeah, this surprised me on surface level. Everything seemed fine. It's at the back of his mind, which the cards picked up. To go from this card, that there does seem to have been a shift where they've gone, you know, sometimes that, like before in the past, we saw sometimes they were committed to this and then they'd do some flip-flopping and they were uncertain about it. And right now, anyway, so hopefully this sticks and this stays, is that they are into this. They want this. They are holding on tightly to it. They're actually even go as far as to say afraid of losing you, or afraid of, yeah, of losing this. Not for any necessarily anything that you've done. It's just something, because it's almost like this is natural with humans, that when, as soon as you want something, the next thought can be that you're scared to lose it. Lots of roses here as well. So that being the flower of romance, lots of pink in this card. So that Samreen, as for sure seems like, at least currently, I like to say, hopefully this sticks, they really want this. So I hope that resonated. Okay, next up we have Kiki, my love, and then we have Pooja. You can both go ahead and post. Pooja Gem. Everyone probably knows this already, but there's always a bit of a delay in your questions coming through. So just bear with me. It's not that I haven't seen them. It's just that YouTube is on a bit of a delay in sending them through. So it was, sorry, it's Pooja Gem, not Gem. Sorry, Gem. I'll just post the list so it's clear. Thank you, Kiki. Causing some confusion there. I'm not sure if Pooja's here. Nat. It's all right. Kiki's next, then Pooja, Gem. Gem, you're actually last but not least at the end there. Unless you, are you Pooja, Gem? I'm confused myself now. Who's Gem? We've got 2 gems. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to read for Kiki. Hello there, sweetheart. Oh, you are Pooja, Gem. Sorry. Okay. So I'll read for Kiki, then I'll read for Pooja. You're welcome, Sunreen. So Kiki says, hello there, sweetheart. I got a feeling for this Scorpio. October 25th. What guidance can the spirits offer about this romantic partner destined to meet me? So, have you met this Scorpio? Or what do you mean by this partner destined to meet you? Tell me more, Kiki. No problem, Jen, my bad. Thanks, Nat Nat, I see you. Let's get a read on your Scorpio. So is this Scorpio like something that you're interested in, this Scorpio, I think? Romantic feelings for this Scorpio, Kiki? Let's have a look. So there is a connection for sure. See, this is them, this is you. Good feelings here with all these flowers, which I like. And I always see this card, the Page of Materials, as a bit of a meeting of minds, okay, or meeting your match. It can be in the way that you think is quite similar. Your outlook on life, or that when you're having a conversation with them, that they're one of those people where it's easy to talk to them. You have maybe similar opinions, or there's a spark in that kind of banter back and forth. So this feels real. It's Page of Materials as well, which kind of means to me as well, this is something that can progress. It's grounded in truth and it's grounded in reality. What I would say is that as well with the Page of Materials, don't try to rush it. Page of Materials is about, it is the need for patience, and the movement on it can be quite slow but steady. But in that, the good side of taking things slow is that we can build trust. Yeah, I feel like it will start in, there will be lots of talking, there will be lots of conversation. That's how, there's lots of getting to know each other before things progress into a full-blown relationship, etc., before things progress in that way. So enjoy every stage of this and don't try to rush it. Allow both of yourselves to get to know each other. But all these flowers, again, the pink, the sort of romance of it all, and this connection is there and plain to see. So trust your intuition on this, that this is mutual. And like I say, there is a real sort of spark here. So really nice energy. I hope that resonated. It is a beautiful card, isn't it? Yeah. So Pooja asks, hello Mom, what is Divyanshu truly thinking and feeling about me these days? I want to understand what's going on in his heart and mind about me lately. Are you in a relationship? Just remind me, Jem. Are we in no contact? Let me know about where this connection is at. Spirit, tell me about Divanshu's thoughts and feelings towards Jem. They're stressed out about something. Two of Voices is, there is some kind of crossroads. They are in their head about how to move forward. So you're in contact, but we've never been in a relationship. So this can be about angst, stress, about how to move things forward. This card always says to me, if you've heard the expression paralysis analysis, and it's about they are overthinking about this situation. And their energy is too much in their mind, too much thinking, stress, anxiety. They need to just kind of make a move really one way or the other. So I don't know what the block is around this. It could be just a lack of confidence, finding the nerve to do this, to move forward, or what is causing the indecision is not clear. Maybe you're aware of that, or it would obviously take maybe a deeper reading to dig into this more, but it's telling us where they're at about it. They feel confused, they feel mixed up, they're not sure how to move forward with this. What they need to do is trust their intuition. The answer is listening to their gut, is listening to what their intuition is telling them, and then just confidently move forward with that, which may involve taking a risk, like communicating to you about their feelings, asking you out, pushing this, wanting this to be more. That's really because if they weren't bothered about doing that, then I feel like what would they be stressed about? What would they be angsting about? There wouldn't be any kind of risk or decision that would need taking. So that's what would lead me to believe that there are feelings here that they're really being reticent and kind of scared to act on. Probably just because they're scared of rejection. And really they need to get out of their heads and make a move. Either kind of move on from this if they're not gonna ask you out or move this forward, or they just need to take the risk and communicate to you what's on their heart, on their mind, and risk taking the rejection. I don't know if you've made it clear in a kind of, you don't have to say it to them directly, but I don't know how clear you've made it that you would be open to this. They may need a little encouragement to find that confidence to make that move, because like I say, they're stuck at this crossroads of not being able to move forward with this connection, and they've got in their head. I'm glad that resonated. Okay, so we'll move on now to Nat Nat, who asks, I'm here, any guidance about love reading for the next weeks? What's coming up, Spirit, for Nat Nat? Oh, 2 cards coming out. Page of Inspiration. Something explosive, something passionate. Inspiration is fire. I like this energy. We see this kind of explosion here. This is you. Having a good time, having an intense time. So there's an attraction here. Page as well is still gathering information, so getting to know someone, say with this new person that has come into your energy field, Nat. It can be about that time of when we are attracted to one another, but we're still gathering information, getting to know each other, seeing how the lie lands and where this is going to go. But because of this kind of explosion hovering over above as well, it does feel quite of a powerful pull, powerful attraction, some intensity in the upcoming weeks. Because we've also got the Tower moment, which is like a shakedown, of clearing people, places, things that are no longer aligned with you, Nat. can be the repercussions of a tower moment that's already happened. I don't know if this is David's energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you feel like that this tower moment has happened and we're in a shakedown, or it could be something that's coming up that will shake out people that, or situations that no longer align with you. I totally agree, Kiki, exactly. Modern artistic vibes, that's exactly, I like how modern they are. And Nat says beautiful card as well. Yeah, somehow it's like modern graphics, but also really beautiful. Haven't lost their soul. Tell me more, Spirit, about this Tower card. I want to dig a little deeper on this. Oh, yeah. So for inspiration, commitment. Can you see how this is like a piece of floating rock that has fallen off this tower? Maybe something in this tower moment, something that you felt in your heart of hearts was going to be long-term commitment, relationship, and was going to work out, because the Four of Inspiration can be in a love reading as card of marriage, long-term commitment, celebration. And that was taken away from us. That broke down. Ultimately, as we know, tower moments are shocking and sad and experience loss, but it sweeps out what is not was not right for us. And then I feel like this is where we're landing. So it feels good. It's intense, but it feels like we've got movement and change, maybe after a period of just feeling in this tower energy. We've also got some fun and some passion that is coming through now. Yeah, that card or this card, both of them are nice, aren't they? Beautiful colours there. It feels like there's a lighter energy coming through after that really heavy tower. I mean, it could even be going back to the marriage, Nat, and the divorce and that difficult situation that you had to get yourself out of, yeah? The heaviness of that. Take what resonates, obviously, with that journey. Okay, so next up we have Anne Franklin, my love, if you want to post. And then we have Country, who can also post if you like. There's the list for anyone who wants to check. You're welcome, Nat. Thank you, Anne. I think that was part of your question that just came through. So Anne said, I had a dream that really stayed with me. I saw a man standing, but I could only see his back. He was wearing something like a party outfit, maybe even a wedding suit, and a camera was focused on him. How exciting. Just as he was about to turn and show his face, I woke up. I always think that vivid dreams are that we meet these people in the dream time. Yeah. People that we know, loved ones who have passed over, future connections. If it's such a vivid dream, and it, like, you know, it has that feeling of it, you know, as if it really happened. There's a difference, isn't there, in those dreams when you wake up and it feels like you've lived it. That I feel like we meet those people in what I call the dream time. Another dimension, I guess, is how you would describe it. I can't stop wondering who he was and what the dream might mean. It felt symbolic. Could you please help me understand the message behind it? I'm going to keep shuffling and just ask Spirit to comment on that. Ooh, lovely. Yeah. Look at this. So it's a soulmate connection. I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you that anyway, Anne, and this is the cards helping you hopefully to trust and believe in that. Two of emotions is Two of Cups. But it's like that deep dive, connection where, you know, it is a significant other, a life partner, a soulmate. Aligned with as well, which are the three materials, which comes with a message about meeting someone, your soulmate, and having a similar goal of how you want a relationship to be, how you want to go through life, and having common goals of what you want out of life. You might even have different approaches. We're all unique individuals. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. But what's important is in a marriage or in a relationship of any kind, really, is to have an understanding and to have a common goal, which is what this card is all about. It's about a collaboration, working together. And it also comes with a message which I think is nice, which is for you, Anne, which is about that you don't have to go through this life alone. Maybe at times you feel that you are. You may feel like you might have to, and there's some kind of fear in that about having to go through life alone always. And this dream was a message that your soulmate is waiting for you. And maybe it doesn't matter about that you didn't get to see their face. Maybe maybe that's not fixed as yet of who that face is. Maybe it's that you can put that face to when you feel these feelings, you know. But these are both beautiful energies about it was a soulmate connection. And with this materials, it's like almost the practical aspect of what this soulmate energy needs is actually a life partner who is on the same page as you. So I hope that confirms what you were maybe already feeling, or that's what Spirit has to comment on what this dream was about. I always like the idea, you know, because I know that you manifest, and a lot of here people do. And I remember reading a manifestation coach who said, when you have a dream about something that you're manifesting, then you know that it's done. because the dreaming obviously is about your subconscious, and it means that if you've been manifesting something, you've managed to sort of successfully rewire your brain and embed that in your subconscious. Because as we know, like I say, dreaming is access to our subconscious mind, and in your subconscious mind, Anne, is meeting your soulmate. Like you said, maybe a wedding that you're at, or that you were walking towards them. So I hope that resonated. Okay, country, my love. And then ascending universal butterfly. Anyone who's watching the replay, who's watching and has missed, being added to the list, just so you know, as a reminder, I go live Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. So do watch out on the community tab for the schedule, the times, etc. And I always post the list then, as in that you can put your name down and pre-book so that you can secure your slot. So I'm just checking, there may just be a delay in the chat, but we've got country. Please post your question. Ascending universal butterfly, please post your question. And then we have Benny as well. If you want to go ahead and post, because I'm not sure who is still here. Thank you, Ascending. Ascending asks, may I have a message from my guides and angels for the next 2 months, please? And specifically where to direct my focus? Great question. Let's have a look. So, Spirit, where should Ascending Universal Butterfly be directing their focus in the upcoming months? So the remainder really of 2025. Where should their focus be? Ooh, Queen of Inspiration, lovely. Or the Queen of Wands in the tarot deck. So the element of fire. So Ascending Universal Butterfly, where should you be directing your energy? Is the Queen of Inspiration is a great leader. Okay, she is a trailblazer, and she is someone who others follow. Okay, and she's not afraid to make bold moves. Much with the element of fire, fire is very bold. Okay, and the Queen of Inspiration does not wait for situations to be perfect. Okay, her energy is much more like, let's get things moving, let's take action. So take what resonates in where this could apply in your life. It could apply across the board, in going after what you want in love, career, whatever's kind of at the forefront, Ascending, of your heart, on your mind. The Queen of Inspiration is very ambitious. So she's really courageous about going after what she wants, and she doesn't hold back. And I'm hearing the expression like the time is now. So anything that you've been putting off, or you've been kind of waiting for the right moment, there is no right moment. Now is the right moment, and we need to just kick up the dust and start making moves. And if we make mistakes, that's okay. If things don't work out in certain areas, that's okay, because what's important and what's good is that we just make moves and take action. And it can be about being of influence to others in some way, so leading the way. Take what that means to you. People, what's the expression? It's leading by example. Yeah, like do as what you would want from others. And I feel like in some ways that you need to show others or those around you how it's done, instead of maybe waiting for permission or waiting for the right time. So I hope that resonates, Ascending. It's all about action, this card. Getting in control of those things that you've been waiting for the right time and leaving alone and worried to attack, or limiting yourself, and really going after with pursued intention and fearlessly really going after what you want. I'm glad that resonates. Nice energy. So much orange and fire, and how that this card sort of almost like lights up, doesn't it? Just the way that it was reflecting there. Thank you, country. Benny, go ahead and post. You can. No need to retract. Just post your message, because I'll read for you after country. Okay, country says, I'm really interested in being successful. I have a ton of sparks, ideas, yeah, but I'm so scared of failing. What does Spirit want me to know about my path to success? Great question too, country. Let's see. You're welcome, sending. So Spirit, please bring a message through for country with regards to her path for success. What do you need her to know right now? Look, this is you and all your sparks, country. They're all of great value, you see, which maybe you already know. There's a few messages here, because I feel like there's a lot of, this could be perceived as this card as juggling and needing to focus, which you probably already know, country, needing to focus on one thing and kind of persist with that. I understand that then maybe that's when the fear of failure comes up, and that we get put off. Because the Eight of Materials is all, in a way, it's about just being very persistent and consistent. Materials is earth energy, so it's just about relentlessly kind of showing up every day and just chipping away at something. Eight Materials is about producing something really valuable as well. There's a huge amount of quality, is one of the main words of Eight Materials. It also talks about financial success, because materials is about money, but it's about committing to something. It can, that can change further down the line, but I feel like you need to give something that you're most drawn to right now, to give it the time of day, really. I'm going to pull one more card. You have got so much to offer, country. And I think the problem is narrowing it down to one thing, in a way that it's like the desire and maybe your nature is to jump from one thing to the other, or we feel indecisive, we feel overwhelmed, that fear of failure in the mix as well. It's hard to just pick one thing. One more, please, Spirit. Oh, yeah. More materials. So more money, success. But it is just about, we need to get to, like, the 4 of materials is getting to a certain level of success. A certain level of, of success, of establishment. That's the word that I'm looking for. And when we get there, so I feel like you have actually got there with things. And then maybe that's when the fear, once things start working, once things start taking off, I'm wondering if that's when the fear comes in, because the 4 of materials is sometimes then when we hold on too tight. And that's when we actually need to start taking some risks, the 4 of materials, in order to get the success that we're actually aiming for, because we're ambitious. But the 4 of materials can be when we hold on too tight, and in that, really, we need to become expansive at that time. We've reached a level of success, and then in order to push it, you know, it's like with all businesses, there has to be some risk. Calculated risk, not reckless, but risk nonetheless. You know, I've been listening to a podcast actually about business, and the risk that people take is kind of crazy, you know, with putting, I'm not saying you should do this, but they put kind of all their life savings into this one project and like bet on that. Not that I'm suggesting that you should do that, but yeah, to push yourself out of your comfort zone at that point. So, few messages there. Pick one thing, stick to it. You will get to, and then once you get to this level of success, which I feel like you have done in the past, then persist and then push yourself out of your comfort zone with that. I hope that resonated. Okay, thank you, Venny. Venny says, Krishna Venny, oh sorry, that's you, Venny. How will my love life be the next 2 months? And what is the guidance for me to go through it? Just remind me, Venny, are we in a connection? Are we in a relationship? Let me know how your love situation is. Always give context, guys, because I'm an energy reader. It allows me to connect with your energy, with your situation, and understand what spirit is bringing through. And then after Venny, so I'll just post the list again. We have Namira, and then we have Jennifer. You can go ahead and post your questions as well, so we keep things moving. Seems to be a really long delay in the chat today. I don't know if that's my Wi-Fi. Okay. So let's have a look at this relationship, or at least giving that in context. Interesting. Major Arcana, which actually talks about balance being restored. Calm, peace, harmony. Let's pull a card for your boyfriend, but like you say, there's a lack of commitment. I actually think, Benny, that there's potentially new opportunity coming through for you. Could be with a new love connection. It could be a change in circumstances. It could even be, tell you what resonates here, it could be a switch up in your relationship, and that your partner does become more committed, because we have materials, Ace of Materials, which is about new beginnings, potential, the energy becoming more grounded because it's materials. This is earth energy, the earth, the element of earth, alongside this Major Arcana, Temperance, which is about calm being restored for you. So maybe there's been a lot of anxiety, there's been a lot of uncertainty because of your boyfriend's lack of commitment and the way they've been behaving. So there is going to be a switch up on this, and things will improve for the better. We also have the Ace of Materials, then moving on to the Two of Materials, which is when you will enter, in a way, things will progress and will then become, you will become busier, and you will become, it's almost like, I feel like that the speed will pick up, yeah, that maybe then things begin to start moving fast and this commitment deepens. And this is important for you to stay grounded and should stay centered at this point. But I see things improving for the better overall with this new beginning. Be this either a change in your relationship where things become more stable, a new opportunity, a new relationship which offers more stability, or it could be a change in work, it could be a change in study, something that kind of starts something a whole new chapter for you, Venny. And then this brings you some peace, it brings you some calm that I feel like has been missing. So watch out for that Ace of Pentacles. It's a new chapter. Embrace it. It will bring you harmony. It will bring you peace. Ah, okay. So they're busy, maybe because we're supposed to be getting married in December. So, I mean, that could be what changes things. That Ace of Pentacles could be that commitment, that new beginning, that fresh start together. And then you begin, yeah, this busy new life as newlyweds. Maybe that's the upcoming shift, Venny. Keep us posted, yeah? Okay. No problem, country. Okay, Jennifer, my love, I'll post for you. I mean, I'll read for you even. I see your post. And then Namira. Just I'll read in order. So, Jennifer says, what are Dion's current feelings and future actions? We have been talking for a little over a month and have been seeing each other every weekend. Nice. We both expressed we're not ready for a relationship, okay, at the moment, but I feel like he wants to move towards that. Let's have a look at future feelings and actions, Jennifer. Spirit, please bring a message through for Jennifer regarding Dion. Yes. Rushing towards you as their Knight of Voices. Knights rush in, yeah? They may communicate with this to you soon as well, Jennifer. So I think you might, because voice is about communication, is about clarity. There's almost this as well, like it doesn't have to be about age, but the Knight always has a youthful energy of that's how they're kind of feeling about this situation. Impulsive and youthful, and that sense of kind of rushing in a way, being ruled somewhat by their feelings and their emotions. And it might be that you need to, Jennifer, like obviously with love, kind of keep things slow and steady, if that's what you want, and kind of agreed to that, you know, that you're not ready for a relationship. And that is probably the most wise thing to do. And they are, I feel like, being now more, yes, that's what they said, that's what they agreed to, but their feelings don't really align with that, don't really match with that. All right, okay, so it can be literally an age thing then. Knights are always, you know, it's the kings who are the old souls. Anything else, Spirit? One more, please, because I'm nosy. Maybe advice for you, Jennifer. I mean, trust your intuition on this. If you want to move fast too and your changes feelings on that, then that's okay. There are no rules really with this, but this lets us know where they're at, yeah? And because it's voices, like I said, they may well communicate this directly, this switch up. Ooh, look, yeah. Page of Emotions, wearing their heart, like, oh, well, not on their sleeve, on their chest. Page of Emotions is a romantic offering, a love offering. It's telling us more about how they are falling for you, essentially, okay? This has a double message though as well, because maybe your heart, just because I'm drawn to that this is maybe your energy as well, that your heart is opening and that you are beginning to have these feelings too. But the message with the pages is that they are still gathering information. We are still getting to know each other. It hasn't been long, okay? And it is tricky at this time when we start maybe falling for someone, or, you know, it's good, it's exciting that we're getting these feelings, but maybe we do need to, again, just this advice from Spirit to take our time to continue to get to know this person and resist in a way that desire to move fast. Both nice cards though. Look at this, like this echoing of this kind of burst of feeling, burst of sunshine there, burst of sunshine from, it's like the heart is coming through in this chest area. The sun, sorry, is coming, bursting through this heart. So all really uplifting, positive energy, and kind of the energy that we're falling for one another and that they're falling for you. And over to you, really, Jennifer, about how you want to respond to that. Okay, I hope that resonates. So Namira, Namira asks, I don't have to work because, oh sorry, I've missed part of your question. Namira says, hi Seer, I already started my new job as counsellor between government and local community. Cool. I still don't feel like it's my job. Will it get better? Maybe because I have to read lots and lots. Okay. Where's the other part of the question? I don't have to work because I'm retired early after cancer, but I love to do work for people who need support. Okay, let's have a look at the energy guidance around this for you, Namira. So you've started this job, but it doesn't feel quite right, doesn't feel like your job yet. You don't feel settled. How long has it been? I mean, it might not be right for you, but let's have a look what Spirit says. You're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, there we go, the mirror. Okay, 5 materials. So maybe some disappointment around this job, about what it's actually become, what kind of job that maybe you didn't think it would be, or maybe just how you feel around it is not how you expected to feel. And there is some disappointment and heavy emotions really around this. Now, because it's a 5, this tells us that one way or the other, this will pass quite quickly. And there is potentially another opportunity for you, that either that you have a breakthrough in this job, in this work, or another opportunity becomes apparent to you. A different department, a different job entirely. So you enjoy working, which is great, and I can understand that, not wanting to, wanting to have that purpose. And it's okay if this is not it. It doesn't mean that we can't still have that, what we want, and it might be that we have to find something else. Or you could have it, maybe give it some more time and see if this breakthrough happens actually where you're at now. And so you've only been there 1 month, Namira, so that is, it's not long at all. So unless you have a really overwhelming kind of feeling that this is not right for you, I kind of think 3 months is a good time frame. 3 months, it's boring, yeah. I get it. I couldn't do, if it's just loads and loads of reading, that would be difficult. So I also see this Knight of Voices coming through, which is quite sparky energy, okay? And it's like some news or information coming through. And I actually think that this might be a new opportunity for you that might catch your eye, Namira. So give it as long as you can, maybe give it a bit longer. Like I say, I think, I don't know why, but 3 months to me has always felt like a good timeline. Yeah, you've given it a go. But if you don't have to be there, let's not torture ourselves about that, okay? And we can look for, there are other opportunities for you. And I feel like this Knight of Voices, because Knight of Voices is often about information, news, communication coming through to you. So some kind of offer and something new, something fresh, something more exciting. So continue to look for different other opportunities. And there's no shame in kind of admitting that, you tried it, it wasn't for you. But you shouldn't kind of force yourself to persist with something for too long. Just until you're certain is what I would say. Do it until you're certain. I'm used to working creatively. Yeah, I get it. I'm exactly the same, Namira. As a creative person, we need to be engaged, and probably things need to be a bit more varied. Yes, give it some time, but also I feel like something new is coming down the road for you, Namira. A different opportunity that's more suited to you. So next we have Miller, and we have Saron. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Saron. Please go ahead and post. Or who's still here from the list? We've got Miller, Saron. We always lose a few people towards the end here. Alvin, Sarah, Jem. Give me a shout out if you're still here. Exactly, Namira. Us creative souls don't do very well with monotony. Thank you, Saron. Saron says, how will Robert receive and process my last message to him? We long distance loves live on different continents. The message was a loving boundary, a decision I've made, and acknowledging his issues. We're meant to meet, but there were obstacles for him. Contact became too low. Okay, so I told him I probably wouldn't be reaching out anymore, but I'd stay open to hearing from him if our paths sync up again. What a fantastic move, Saron. What a great boundary to set there. Great response to their actions. Let's have a look. So how will Robert receive and process this message? Let's have a look. Spirit, please tell us. Thank you for your thoughtful questions, Saron. Thank you, Sarah. Go ahead and post your question, Sarah, and I'll read for you after Saron. Okay, Saron, let's see. How will Robert receive and process the last message? Ooh, Major Arcana, which to me tells me, the kind of level of impact. It's a Major Arcana, so it has impacted them on a deep level. The Moon card, I think as well, is about, the Moon card can often speak about our insecurities coming up, Saron. So in a way, it's kind of like you have reflected a mirror back to them. And by setting this boundary, in many ways, it's almost put them in the unknown space and unknown energies. The moon is when we're We feel kind of insecure. We feel we don't know the way forward. The path forward is not clear. And I think because you're strong in your energy, you're strong in your stance and your boundaries and what you want and what you need. In a way, maybe he was hoping that you would pick up that energy, carry that energy, but you've actually drawn a line in the sand and really kind of reflected it back to them. And I think they may struggle to process this and are struggling with finding a place to stand and knowing the way forward. I'm going to pull one more for a bit of clarity about what comes next. How will they likely kind of respond to this? Because I feel I kind of lost energy from them at the moment. We just have this kind of looming moon, yeah? They don't have clarity right now. They don't know maybe what they want. They don't know the way forward. Justice comes next. So justice for you, another major arcana, Saron. Justice is really about a fair outcome for you. And I think that's how that will manifest, is that you have really kind of checked. The connection will continue, okay? I feel like that they will reach out to you. And the shift of power, in the sense because you've reclaimed your power, that you have balanced the scales of justice. Justice is about fairness, it's about integrity. And like I say, balancing the scales of justice. In the traditional card, we have scales. Somewhat of a transformation here as well. So maybe the relationship has needed to change for some time. And then where we're actually moving to is a transformation and a change that needed to happen. So this can manifest in communication being more consistent, communication being more clear, and you being more in a position of power. So some big shifts. Like I say, at the moment, just to recap, I feel like they are kind of lost, unsure. They don't know what to do with this information. But it will hit and land kind of as it's intended for the intended outcome. And it will help move things in the right direction, this connection in the right direction. So I'll leave it there. I hope that manifested. I hope it does. But I hope that resonated. Okay, so I'll read for Alvin. And Sarah, can you, just as I am an energy reader, please? There we go. I think you've told me a bit more about this. I've been hoping to see if the man I've been talking to will be part of my life and if I'll finally be back on my feet. So I only do one question. So let me know where you want me to focus on this new person in your life. Like I say, I don't do general readings. So if you want me to look at this person or work separate, one question per person. I'm just going to read for Alvin whilst you clarify. I think Alvin was first as well. So I read for Alvin. Alvin asks, what is next with HM? We broke up Sunday. Oh, wow. Accepting we were at an impasse. Okay. And unable to meet each other's needs. But yesterday she reached out. She didn't want to give up on us. Meeting tonight. Wow. Okay. Turn around. So what comes next? No problem, Sarah. I'll read for you after Alvin. I'm glad that resonated, Saron. Hi, Jen. Okay, Alvin. Let's have a look. What comes next for you both? Okay. Few messages here, Alvin, what I want to put out there for you. 5 of materials, okay, is kind of the breakup, the impasse, the disappointment that you feel. There is a gateway here opening, okay, so change feels imminent. And 5, even though we've had that loss, disappointment, it does tell us, the 5, that energy passes quickly. It's passing through. Now, what I want you to ask yourself is to make sure that with this connection, okay, that we're not doing it from a place of lack, that this is to you, Alvin, okay? I'm not reading HM's energy. This is the situation, because this is them reaching out. They were sad, they were low, they were disappointed that it came to an end, yeah, and it made them realize what they wanted, and they reached out to you. This is them literal interpretation of reaching out to you. I feel like you were disappointed and sad as well that it came to an end. We need to do things differently if we're going to move forward. We can't continue as we were, because we're just going to repeat history, yeah? And it will, in a way, spell the end if we don't shake things up and approach things differently. I also want you to ask yourself as well that we're not pursuing with this connection from a place of lack, of that there isn't someone else out there for us and that this is all that's available, or that we're limiting ourselves. I'm just asking you to check in with yourself on that. But if it's not, then confidently move forward and do things differently, shake things up. Because the 10 of inspiration as well is about when we put down burdens, and we do what comes after the 10 is an ace, which is a fresh start and a new beginning, which I think is needed. So this kind of struggle bus that maybe you've been on with that feeling of an impasse. I don't know what were the blocks or what we couldn't get on the same page maybe. But the 10 of inspiration is when we kind of feel burnt out and we feel weary and we lose inspiration in a way when we come to the 10. But the 10 speaks of an end of this, an end of the struggle. We put down the final kind of battle, and we lay it to rest and we move on. So there has to be a death of the old and a new beginning. We can't continue as we were. If we're not able to do that, then that fresh start has to be in new connections. But I still feel like there is energy and hope here, and it's something that you both want deep down. That's what I feel like. So I feel like this is worth fighting for, and this is an opportunity. But we must break out of old ways. We can't continue as we were. I hope that resonated, Alvin. Okay, now I'll read for Sarah. No problem, Sarah. Yeah, it has been a bit all over the place. I think that's me as well. So Sarah asked, hello Seer, I wanted to know what is coming up for me in the next couple of months in love. So you've said that we'll focus on love. I'm hoping to see if the man I've been talking to will be part of my life. So let's have a look at that, the new person. And then Jem, I'll read for you, last but not least. I'm glad that resonates, Alvin. Keep us posted. Okay, please, Spirit, tell us about the energy surrounding Sarah and her person. Mm. 4 of emotions. I mean, emotions are about romance, love, big feelings. 4 of emotions, it's interesting. It kind of speaks of, though, also feeling disappointed and rejected. I don't know if this is previous love experiences or if it's in this connection, if that has gone on at all, where that's coming from. Because I think this is your energy here, Sarah, where there's the head in the hands, there's the kind of overthinking energy. And it's almost like we need to open up to this 4th cup, which is a new chapter, and maybe is this new beginning. Because the 4 of emotions, it encourages us to open our heart and open our mind to how things can be different and how things don't have to be what we've already experienced. Could be them, but I'm kind of feeling like that this is you. Because the Magician here, which is a major arcana, it's a very powerful card about manifestation. I don't know if you practice this, about saying that we can manifest what we want, the ideal relationship, but it's about having faith in our power to manifest, about working with the universal energy and bringing through exactly what we want, exactly how we desire, and not having limiting beliefs or not limiting our expectation. So let me know, Sarah, if where that disappointment and rejection, if that speaks to you, about where that's coming from. Like I said, I feel like it is in you. Here we go. Sarah says, yes, I've been in my head a lot. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to move forward or try to go back to the man, okay, I was with for 18 years and we have 2 kids together. Wow, okay. So there we go. No wonder that we are overthinking, stressing. The question about, do we want to open ourselves up to new love? And it's okay if you don't want to. It's okay if you're not ready to. I feel like the universe is saying, yes, this is an opportunity with potential for new love. It is, the 3 cups is kind of what you've experienced in love so far, and the ups and downs of that and the disappointments. And maybe if you're feeling confused about the way forward, obviously it's a really big deal if you've had a partner for 18 years. So free will here, Sarah, about how to move forward. What it is confirming for us is that this new person is a genuine opportunity. It's a real opportunity. It's not saying, Spirit is not guiding you away from that at all. The question to ask, I suppose, is then, if you can, deep down, to meditate, to visualize, to ask yourself what you really, truly want, and then work on manifesting this and bringing that from universal energy, visualization, bringing that into your 3D, into your reality. It's almost saying you can have whatever you want. This can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a new chapter, but I also appreciate that, you might want to revisit your previous partner. So I hope that resonates, that clarifies things for you. I'm glad it does resonate. Thank you, Sarah. Keep us posted, yeah? Keep us posted. And last but not least, we have Jem. Jem asks, what I don't see coming. I feel stuck at the moment and I want to know if there's something to hope for, a better good. Please and thank you. I know I'm also happy to read for you, Jem, again on this, but I remember last time you were feeling stuck, and it was about your ships coming in, if I'm right. So that change, that was spirit. We must take in what spirit is saying to us and believe that if you can. Work on believing that if it's difficult. I mean, it's human to kind of make that difficult, yeah. Thank you, Sarah, for letting me know. Yeah, absolutely. Confusion. Here's a new opportunity for you, Sarah. It's hard to know what to do to move forward. I would suggest meditating if you can. It allows us to listen to our inner voice and our intuition. But like you say, keep us posted. So Jem, let's have a look at this again. Is there any particular area, Jem, where you feel stuck? Is it love? Is it career? Is it money? This can help me kind of hone in on your question, Jem. Where are you feeling stuck? Ooh, Major Arcana, the Lovers. Beautiful card. This is all about alignment, Jem. Because it's the Lovers card, I mean, it doesn't tell you what resonates with this. I don't know what your situation is regarding love. You say career and love, but I prefer career. Both stuck, but I prefer on career. Okay. This is about aligning with what is right for you, Jem, okay? And maybe it's been a struggle, a difficult path to connect, with the right person. So it can be like, an actual lover, but also in career. It's a very spiritual card, the Lovers, and it's about a deep connection with the deepest part of ourselves, really. And that's what really lights us up. And that's where we will find satisfaction and peace, really, which I think is what you need, Jem, is this search in a way for something more satisfying and something that will fulfill you and give you some inner peace. Do we know career-wise where we need to be? Is this still a journey, or do we know in what area of work that we are connected to? Not many, some people can go a whole, lifetime not being able to, struggling to find that connection. But Spirit has brought this through to say that's where your focus needs to be. You want to work in a government setting. And are we able to put that plan into action and make steps for that? Because it's good that you know what direction that you want to go in, Jem. That's kind of half the battle. Guidance, please, for Gem and how to... Well, this is the promise of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction, just like we talked about there. It says it is possible, and this card says that you will get there, Gem. As long as we're doing our part, which is being consistent in our efforts. If it's, either getting the qualifications or just applying to the right places of where we want to be, to wait for the right opportunity to manifest. But I feel like this is very reassuring, much like those ships coming in for you. So maybe those ships are that job. That again, that it is on its way to you, and the more that you can believe in that, the more that you can trust in it, the quicker that you will manifest it, Gem, and that you will align with it. You need to start believing more that this is going to happen. And do that mindset work, like you said. If you can, every day, can you show up to a daily practice, be that meditation, visualization, journaling, whatever helps you, whatever brings you some peace, to know that you've put that message out there to the universe, exactly what you want. And then it's like this vibration here. Can you see how there's almost a straight line all the way through this card, where everything is a mirror image, where we are aligning to that energy? It comes through, we manifest it, and then we find ourselves in this, like, look at all those beautiful colors in the 10 of emotions, which is this promise again, which Spirit brought through last time, but is reminding you here, Gem, that emotional fulfillment is on its way to you. But this is what we need to do in the meantime. So you're sending the applications, you're doing everything that you need to do. And I'm not saying the mindset as to kind of, it's not your fault. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it's almost just to change your mindset in order to bring yourself some peace. It's like you are on that train going to the destination that you intend to go to, and we can either struggle and kind of torture ourselves mentally on that journey there, or we can sit back and relax and trust. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So I don't want to take this as your fault. It's not that at all, but it's to help you and to bring you some peace and to lean into that trust. And by doing these daily practices and finding what works for you, that allows us to lean into that trust and find that peace more. Instead of, like I say, being on the struggle bus. We can either get the struggle bus to our destination, or we can, get the direct train to that. So it's up to you. But I hope that resonated. Okay, I'm going to end the live there, guys. Thank you all so much for joining today's live. I hope the messages you received brought you clarity, peace, and some inspiration for the days ahead. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. I'll be back on the next live on Wednesday, so do keep an eye out. I'll just update, as always, on the community tab, the schedule. But wishing you all love and light.